Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. This is the time of the month where I go live and see who's online and play a few videos as well. What I'm going to do this time is get the split screen up straight away so that if there are any comments that I can see them, because I think before I spent a little bit too long kind of talking and then don't see any comments that come up. So we've got Miles who says hi, so I saw the first comment. So hi Miles, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to start tonight just by saying a massive thank you to my patrons whose names you saw at the beginning of the live stream there. So they make everything like this possible, so a massive thank you to you guys. We've got some other people in the house as well. We've got Vodka Volvo, so thank you for tuning in. We've got Kasha's Love as well, so hello as well. We've got Jeffrey and H2O Field from Alberta, Canada. So hello, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to start tonight with a cover that I did of a song that was suggested. All the covers that I do are suggested by my patrons over on Patreon and also kind of on YouTube, all over the place really. This is kind of some pop rock. This is a cover that I did of a song called I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight by Cutting Crew. When I did this video, I was in need of a haircut as well. This was the end of last year. So yes, so I have quite long hair, but I'm just going to get this going. Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I've got a screen over on the right hand side here, so while the videos play and I'm not on screen, I can still see comments and stuff, and I'll join in typing, and as long as you don't hear me typing behind the video, but it should be okay. But anyway, here's my cover of I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. Rock.
Tonight
was a long, hard night. She made it easy, she made it feel right. But now it's over, the moment is gone. I follow my hands, not my head. I know I was I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been some kind of kiss. I should've walked away. I should've walked away. There we go, that was my cover of I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. I hope you guys liked that. I've been having a little read through the comments and kind of typing. And yes, thanks guys for tuning in and for commenting and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't have a 12-string guitar, unfortunately not at the moment anyway, but maybe in the future. So yeah, it's just a Yamaha Electro Acoustic that's up on the wall. Yes, and in terms of filming, at some point I've got to kind of maybe film the process and film me playing the instruments, doing the covers. The only problem that I have, because it's just me, it means setting up the camera, pressing record, coming back, and then playing and going back to the camera, pressing record to stop it. And that's not including the pressing the record on the on Logic on the computer to get it recording. So it kind of really would lengthen the process, and sometimes I'm kind of strapped for time. I just want to get it all done as quickly as possible. I'm rushing around all over the place. But yeah, at some point, I'm sure that I'm going to do a Patreon video of me kind of doing the process. Would be quite cool to get that down as well. Maybe put that on YouTube as well. So over on Patreon, there's a new cover that came out at the weekend, and that was The Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy. So there's a cover up on Patreon, so if you're on Patreon, head over there and see the new cover. That was for last month. I'm going to now do the riff of the week, and this is what I do on Sunday, but this one is really easy. I think everybody pretty much got this straight away, but I'm going to play it anyway, just to let everyone know if you haven't seen what it is, but you'll get it straight away because it's a classic track by an absolutely classic singer, and you'll kind of recognise what it is straight away. But let's have a little listen to the riff of the week for this week. There we go, that was the riff of the week, and yeah, I think everyone knows what that is, but just in case you don't know what it is, or you do know what it is, you can comment and let everybody know. But I think the listeners, or at least the watchers here and the listeners, are pretty well informed, especially going by the reaction kind of analysis videos that I do. A lot of you guys know a lot of the kind of main artists, and actually a lot of the unknown artists as well. it's one of those things that some guitarists don't really get the coverage that they deserve. Back in the day, they kind of just got glossed over, whereas there's loads of really great guitarists out there. So thanks for the suggestions for looking at these different videos, the analysis videos that I do. I'm now going to have a little look down these comments just to see. Vincent has a very sharp, clear voice. Thank you, Vincent. Yeah, I kind of try to be clear, but sometimes when you hear somebody talk, that's one of the things actually that happens at gigs a lot, is you'll be kind of just sitting there and the guy will get on the PA and he'll say and you don't know what the hell they're talking about, and it's usually saying, can one band come up to the stage because there's a problem or something, but you never quite hear on a PA what is going on. But anyway, yeah, I try to keep it as clear as possible. Yeah, we've got a few people saying Holy Diver by Dio, of course, which is correct. So yes, that's correct for the riff of the week. It's a pretty simple one. What I'm going to do now is I'm now going to play one of my original tracks from my album. And this is one of those tracks that I haven't got a video for, so I just quickly kind of whipped up a picture before coming online here, so at least you have something to listen and look at the same time. But this is a track of mine called We Can Fall Down. This is from my album called Persistence, which is on iTunes, Amazon, and the band website wingsofpegasus.com, so check that out if you get a chance. But this is my track and I hope you guys like it. We Can Fall Down, rock.
We can fall down. Sometimes we're up against the road.
So that was my original song called We Can Fall Down. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's from my album called Persistence, so check that out if you get a chance. Just having a little look across, I can see the comments when the videos are going, so you guys can still comment if you like. And Joe says, how much longer do I have to wait for a Vito Bratta reaction? I don't know why I said it like that. But yes, when I get suggestions, I put them all on a list, and I get quite a lot of suggestions. And what tends to happen is that if there's a video that I'm doing on a particular guitarist, other people suggest kind of similar videos of that same guitarist. So there might be like a little batch of maybe 2 or 3. I know that I did a couple on Rush because I did a Rush video and then that got suggested as well. But I get a lot of suggestions, but I do put them all on my list and work through the list. So if you have suggested something, then it will be covered at some point. I just kind of work through the videos. I do a new one every day, so hopefully I'll be able to just keep going forward doing that, and that way I can kind of work through them quite a lot in terms of getting down all the videos that are suggested. What I'm thinking of doing, because I do a video every night, I'm thinking of kind of making playlists maybe on YouTube where it's months, because there are so many videos. There might be kind of just the month of analysis videos. Otherwise it just turns into kind of lots and lots and lots of videos, and you don't really organize them very well, or you can't watch just a chunk of them. But anyway, I'm going to go and do an analysis video tonight as well. It's just coming up to, well, it's 20 past 12 here at night, and I want to try and get one done tonight as well. Just go to my list and see what's going to be coming up. But thank you guys for tuning in today, and if you go to any of my analysis videos and you can put a comment on there for any guitarists or any bands or anything that you want me to have a little look at, that'd be cool. And I'm not sure whether the comments on this live stream get through. Some of them do, but there are usually quite a lot of comments on the live stream here, and when I then go to my app, the comments that I see, there might be kind of 5 or 6 comments, and a lot of it gets filtered out. So make sure that you comment on the videos, the analysis videos themselves, because I work my way through all of those comments and reply to everyone, so I get to see everyone that's suggested, and it will definitely make it onto the list. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Gonna have a little look down the list here. And Adrian says this stuff needs to be relevant again, and I couldn't agree more with that. This is kind of the music that I'm into, kind of rock, hard rock and blues and all that kind of cool stuff that you really have to look around hard at the moment to find players and artists that were anywhere near as good as they were back in the kind of 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, the kind of golden era there, where it was all just players having to play with just a guitar and sometimes not even an overdrive channel, and they had to make their playing stand out just by itself. And nowadays it's just, not only have you got that for guitar, but the effects on vocals and auto-tune and all that kind of stuff. It's even to the point where I've seen a gig live and then later checked out the video on YouTube, and the video on YouTube has been kind of edited by the record label and auto-tuned, because on the night it's kind of rough and ready, but then when you watch it back, and this was actually I saw a video of Bon Jovi where the live performance was a bit kind of rough and ready, but then you watch the video on YouTube and it's all auto-tuned and really pristine, and you kind of lose the emotion of kind of the whole point of playing live. So yeah, it's one of the things that I think record labels think that if there's anything that's not perfect online, then they have to change it to make it perfect, else they might lose valuable sales, because of course it's all about the money now, whereas I'd love for it to go back to being about the art. But anyway, don't get me started on the whole music industry as it is. One thing that I will say about it, just as a passing kind of comment, is that I've never understood how in artwork, because to me music is art, in artwork you can have different masterpieces by different people, and they all fetch a different price, and music's the only thing where you can have a track that there's one called I'm a Barbie Girl, something like that, and that was 79p. You have to pay for that song, and then you go to an absolute masterpiece. Let's kind of just pick one out. I mean, there's kind of so many, but Stairway to Heaven, for example, you can pick out Stairway to Heaven and pay 79p for that as well. And I've never kind of understood it, that it's all the same money. It's like, financially, the Barbie Girl song is as good financially as Stairway to Heaven. It's like, what is up with the world? But anyway, maybe there'll be an album one day that says, right, we're not going to conform to the pricing. If you want this album, you have to pay what it's worth as an art form. But anyway, that's probably, just well too wacky to catch on. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and for commenting. I'm going to be here kind of Tuesday nights is when I do this live stream, so I'll always be here. I don't want to go on for too long. As I said, I want to do another video tonight and stick that up on YouTube. But yes, it's one of those things. Just looking down the comments here, Adrian says, dude, the business is rigged for sure. And is it actually an interesting story? I don't want to kind of talk for too long, but I went to a radio DJ and I gave him my CD and a video as well. And this is kind of a well-known London radio station called Capital FM. And unfortunately, I was very naive as a musician, thinking that if a DJ really liked an act, he could put it on his show. So anyway, he said to me, he got back to me, he said, really love your music, I'm really into the whole 80s thing, really great songs and everything, but all these songs on the playlist have been paid for by the record label to be played by this radio station. So unfortunately, if you ain't got the money, you don't get the airplay. So that's kind of how that one worked out. But anyway, I mean, things are going really well at the moment. So everything that I've done in the past has led me up to this point, and I'm in a good place at the moment. So it's all good. It just makes you stronger. The independent music industry is just like a school of hard knocks. You just got to take the knocks and just keep on going and keep on persevering. And eventually, I'm a strong believer that you'll get there if you just keep on working at it. It's one of those things. I've been doing it since I was 19. So it's 17 years ago now. So yeah, it's been a bit of a while, but keep on pushing forward, everybody, and eventually you kind of get what you deserve, I think. But anyway, thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Joseph has just said, do an analysis of this. Yeah, doing an analysis of the music industry will probably take about 5 years, and it will just come off as a rant probably, but there's still like really cool music out there. That's why I love going back to these old shows, especially when something gets suggested as just by like a real classic artist of a kind of performer or performance, or even kind of a song from a classic album. It's kind of giving you a window into the art form that unfortunately at the moment it's just kind of not there for me. You just get these kind of very rare players that kind of pop up, and you have to search around for them nowadays. But certainly there's wall-to-wall talent back in the 70s and the 80s, and even the 60s as well. It really kind of laid the foundation for pretty much everything that came to pass, has come to pass since. The guys did all the hard work back then, and now people are just kind of taking the easy road. But there are still some great artists out there, and independent artists as well. But anyway, don't want to go on for too long because I want to do another video. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, for watching this, and for commenting. And comment on the next video, because I watch or look for all the comments and reply to them. So if there are any suggestions, make sure you comment on the analysis videos, because I think some of these get lost on the live stream. But anyway, a massive thank you guys for tuning in. Again, another shout out to my patrons. Massive thank you for you guys making this all possible for me. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys at the next analysis video. And if I don't see you there, then I'll see you next week on the live stream Tuesday. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys later. Rock!